Hello, hello, hello there. Welcome here to Current Situation Media. Tonight is Ladies' Night. Hot relationship topics. Share this here. Thank you for tuning in here. We appreciate that. We are live streaming here from my page and the Current Situation Media page and the YouTube page. So hopefully, starting next week, we'll also be live streaming from the Instagram. Yeah, we'd like to live stream from multiple platforms. Okay, and because people follow us on multiple platforms. So tonight, we have our panelists will be joining us here. We have two important topics. If you feel it necessary, you want to participate, let us know. We will send you the link here. And but it's going to be very, very, very interesting tonight. We'll get our first panelist here. Welcome here.
Hello.
Hello. You have to show us that room, or you have to give us a little tour. But you always on a king side bed.
I know, right?
So, so give us a little tour. Give us a little tour of that beautiful room. I can.
I know.
Yeah. It's ladies' night. Give us a little tour of that beautiful room because it's ladies' night. Anything can happen here on ladies' night. every
Next time.
every time you come on, you come. I love seeing the background. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So yeah. Welcome here. Lofty. I didn't know it's here. She's one of our regular panelists here, and we're going to be having some new panelists on the show tonight. And we'll send them the link, so you can send those other girls, the guests, the link I sent you.
Oh, okay, let
Uh,
me do that real quick.
yeah, you can send them the link. Yeah, just copy that link and paste it in the inbox.
Okay.
They should be able to come on.
I won't take long to that because I have a sick baby.
Okay, and we wish her a speedy recovery.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pastor.
So, folks, join us tonight here for Ladies Night. Share this segment. It's going to be a very interesting discussion here. Like Eleanor said, all right, folks, share this here. Tonight is Ladies Night, and Ladies Night hot relationship topic here. All right, so we're gonna add another beautiful lady here, Vivi.
Hi.
What's up, Vivian?
Hello. I'm so excited to be on.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear, to be talking and chatting with you guys. We want to know,
On
ladies.
the show, so I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Thank you. So, folks, share this here to all your platforms. Share this to your friends. Let them know Ladies Night is going on right now. We are live streaming from three platforms right now, YouTube and two platforms on Facebook. Yeah, so well, two pages on Facebook. We live streaming from two platforms for three areas. So two on Facebook, my personal page, and the Current Situation Media page, and we're also live streaming from YouTube. Next week Wednesday when we start the show, we'll be live streaming from Instagram as well. So yeah, just to make sure that folks are on Instagram be following us. Hey, ladies, it's Wednesday. What's up? What's up with you guys? Let's start with let's start with Vivian because she's this is her first time on the show here.
I
Welcome,
know.
Vivi, and also congratulations. BSN RN, bravo, way to go.
Woo.
Yeah.
My sister clapping for me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm just excited to be here. Honestly, I've nothing. I've just been sleeping a lot because the past like 3.5 years, almost 4 years, I haven't been sleeping 8 hours. So
Wow.
I've been sleeping just arranging things in my life, getting used to the new schedule of not running crazy, spending more time with the kids and just getting ready for the holidays. But most importantly, I've been sleeping, just resting. Yeah.
Okay. So for the benefit of our audience here, go ahead and state your name here, your state of residency, and your profession and your community status.
I'm Vivian Dulu. Of course, a lot of people call me Vivi. You can call me Vivian. That's acceptable too. I do have a middle name though, which is Crown. It's Decon T. So you can call me TT.
Can I
Decon
call you,
T.
can I call you D?
You can call me D, whichever way. I'm a proud Crown girl. So yes. Um, my profession, well, I was a CNA for a very long time. Still a proud CNA. It put a lot of food on my table, so I
Yeah.
can't. It took me a long way. Fed my family, fed my kids. I just graduated with my very first degree ever in life, BSN from Mercy College. I live in Iowa, West Des Moines. I think that's about it. And I have
Yeah.
two beautiful kids that I can't
You cannot trade them for nothing.
yes,
Yeah.
I can't live without. But yeah, I'm just here mostly excited to be on this show. This is my first time on this show, but I figure I'll do something fun because I'm really boring.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I've been seeing Ladies Night for quite a while now, and I think in my final semester I would just see um Lofty online, and just some of the topics you guys were discussing were just so interesting and intruding. So I was like, oh my God, I'd love to be in it, but I didn't have time. So right after, man, when I saw that, I was like, if I do have a little bit of time, I'll go on that show. So yeah, I did apply. I sent in my application and I was approved.
Yeah.
You are qualified the first time you say hi.
Yeah.
That was like, they say you got the job. So
Yeah.
no, I'm here to learn. I'm here to talk.
Thank
But
you.
most importantly to learn. Yeah. But I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So, ladies, go ahead and share this live here, Lofty. You can either share from my page or share from the current situation media page. We have folks are logging in for both pages here. So, if you go on my page, you'll see a different number. You go on the current situation
Yeah,
media.
this thing. I'm so computer illiterate to be.
Yeah. So, folks, it's going to be interesting. We haven't even started yet. As you can see, people are logging in here. We appreciate that here. And so, as the ladies continue to share the page here, we go to ask Vivian. So, Vivian, have you taken a state bowl?
Not yet. I am resting for now. I'm probably gonna wait till after the holidays. I want to enjoy the holidays. Then I will just go into that and just, study for the boards. Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah. Congratulations again. We wish you the best in your educational
Thank you.
goals, and I know I'm very optimistic that you're gonna pass the state bowl here. So if you pass the state bowl, are you looking at Mercy, a hospital, Methodist, or not? Don't know yet, or nursing home?
To be honest, I'll probably start out with the hospital. Just because I had an amazing preceptor doing my precepting time. I had an amazing nurse who took that fear away from me from the hospital setting, because even with working as a CNA all my life, I've always done it in nursing home. So that's most that was my thought process. When you get your nursing degree, you just go into nursing home. But as I went into the hospital setting, I saw some things that I like. But man, you never know. I might go into nursing home at some point, maybe work part time while working in the hospital. But I figure the hospital has a lot more that I can learn from.
Right.
Um, Probably go there to start off with.
Good. Well, Lofty,
Yeah.
let's fire up. Yeah, go ahead and let's start with the first discussion. Go ahead and read our first topic. And I and, and
So
and I just want to let the audience know. Yeah, somebody asking where is the link. I just posted the link here, so or you can maybe inbox me. We can send you the link here. We can bring up to 13 people on the show here.
wow.
If you're not a panelist, we'll give you 5 to 7 minutes. That way we can do some exchanging. If you are a panelist, you stay on the show until you decide to leave, or you stay on the show for within the 2 hours. But if you're just a guest, if you want to participate, that's fine. We give you 5 to 7 minutes to opine. So
Mhm.
it's time to opine. Fire it up.
So our first topic tonight would be can you marry a partner whose family doesn't like you, but he or she loves you and wants and is willing to spend the rest of his or her life with you. I will let Vivian go first.
Oh, why do you have to throw me on the spot? Yeah, you see, lots. Why you trying to throw me on the spot? Oh my God.
You the
Oh Lord.
new you
So
you the newest been on this, so we have to play with you small.
yes, you are. So we have to, start with you.
You
We
know,
have to pick on you.
so that's a tough one. I was
Mhm.
thinking about that all week, honestly. I was thinking about it. It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a very hard. It's gonna be a battle in our relationship. Yes, you guys will make it, but then again, it's gonna be a hard one because if this person is more of a family oriented and more of a family person,
Mhm.
then it is going to be hard. Obviously, their family has a lot to say in it, in your relationship. Let's say if you're married to someone who is a mommy's boy, who looks up to his mom or look up to his parents for everything, for any type of advice, wisdom, and his parents don't like you, I see that relationship not surviving. I see that relationship not surviving. Now it could survive if you just become like a little puppet that that is excuse me, used. By being a puppet is just literally doing everything that your mother-in-law, your father-in-law said through your husband. So whatever that person said, if you want your marriage to survive, whatever that person said goes. But if you a woman that have her own brain and you want to work, with your partner, and his family don't like you, it's gonna be a hard. It's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be a hard one for. It's gonna be a. It's just gonna be a challenging time in your relationship or marriage. It's gonna be a very challenging time in your marriage. So I think it can go both ways. You either go with what the man or woman parents said to make your relationship to survive, or the relationship is not going to survive at all. You're on mute.
Yeah, you're right. So Vivian made some very important points. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons this show is so interesting. Ladies' Night Heart relationship topics, because these topics happens in real life. What make this show so unique? We don't discuss anybody personal business. We don't gossip here. We discuss issue. At the end of the day, we all can share ideas and learn from it. All right. So it's very entertaining. It's very informative. It's very very engaging. All right. So, all right, Vivian made a very important point, and I'm going to do a follow up here. If you marry a person where that person have a very close relationship to his parents, if you're a female, and that person have a close relationship to his dad and mom and uncles and auntie, and that person is family oriented. Then let's take for example the Italian. They are family oriented. Trust me. I don't care if you're both in law. The parents have to approve it, dad and mom, or else you should be looking at watching your back because they can take you out. They don't care. They can take you out.
Yeah.
So, like Vivian said, if that person is family oriented, if you're in law and that family does not approve you, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I don't care how you love your partner. You'll have to maybe leave the state or leave the country, and just be by yourself and establish your own family. Love is very powerful, but some folks they have a very strong family values. They get not only permission but advice from their mom. Like she said, if you going over for mommy's boy and the mom have to approve you, trust me. I don't care how you can give that boy all the Gucci, all the goodies, and trust me, you have to be approved by his mom or dad or just maybe a close family members because some people they grew up in a strong family orientation or oriented family, and
Mhm.
so you have to be really approved. So it is hard. It is hard. It's a tough one. Very interesting topic. But let me weigh in on it from my perspective. Thank God my wife, all her family love me. That's the only good thing. Yeah. I'm married to a crown woman, so all her family love me. Even when me and my wife are fighting here, and I decided to maybe take a break and go chill to my Airbnb because we got our house in Johnson, but I still got an Airbnb where so that when my wife don't want to see me, I just go relax to my Airbnb and just for like a week. But guess what? The family calls me, they check on me, Yeah, trust me, she have a good family, So my approval, from the beginning of the relationship, the brothers then like, oh, are you telling what current situation? No, at that time I was in current situation. At that time they used to call me King Yugoslavia. I was part of Three King. So current situation was not around when me and my wife, when I was, because we've been together for what 13 years. We've been married for 3 years. So
Wow.
yeah, when I first met Linda, there was no current situation. There was Three King. So one of
Yeah.
the brothers told me when he came to visit his sister, he saw me laying on the couch. He said, "What are you doing with him, man? that that Jenny you messing with?" Then she smiled. She said, "Oh, I didn't know you know him." He said, "Yeah, I know this man. He's a community man." I said, "Oh, baby, how can you? Am I about community man in a good way?" They would start laughing. But yes, fast forward, the family approved me. The family they are loving. So yeah, in my case, I didn't have to, I'll be like, okay, I'm in love with this girl and I'm worried about the family. The family is telling her bad things about me. No, everybody be like, oh, this man is very sociable. Yes, he got a lot of kids. Maybe he got a lot of baby man, but guess what? He's a changed man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for my experience, because I like to discuss, when I'm talking about these topics, something I like to put in my experience. And it's optional to do that on the show. You don't have to. You can generalize, but if you want to use yourself as an experience like I did, that's fine. So we will turn over to Lofty to come in.
So yeah, like Vivian said, if you marry a man who's more of a family man or into his family a lot, it will cause us a lot of problem. But for me personally, I wouldn't marry someone whose family don't love me. I wouldn't marry you because I love my peace. And I can guarantee you, if the family doesn't love you, everything you do will be a problem to them. Even if it's something that is good, they will always look at it as a problem because it doesn't like you. So, from my point of view, from my perspective, like I would say, when I met my ex, my both exes, me and a parent and a family never get along. And I'm gonna tell you for a fact,
Wow.
it was chaotic, it was dramatic, it was a disaster. But because at the time we were in love, I tried to stay and fix it. But every time it was a fight. Every time it was a fight. Every time it was a fight. Until I can tell you, like when my first relationship ended, my ex mother-in-law was so happy that I finally left. She literally had a full night of sleep to where her son called people and like, oh yeah, yeah, so it's not fun being with a man who family hates you. It's not fun at all. It is not. So for peace sake, I don't think it's it for peace sake now. For me, I wouldn't marry a man a man whose family doesn't love me. But if my husband now, oh, his mom loves me like her daughter. His sister all love me like their big sisters. So I'm happy now. It's different, but it's not fun being with a man who family hates you. What?
Yeah.
It's a headache and no peace. So that's my experience.
All right.
And my advice would be for myself, I wouldn't marry any man who family doesn't like me. No, I wouldn't be in
Oh,
a relationship.
let's do a follow-up question here, and any of you guys can take on this. Well, let's send this to Vivian. Send you just from speaking here. So one of our viewers here, and Davin is also a panelist on this show here. I just forgot to add her to the group here. She lives in Texas. Big shout out to you, Davin. Davin said, "I am marrying the man, not the
And
Vivian. What say
Hmm.
you?"
Actually, let's just back up a little bit. The whole idea of marriage, right? When
Yeah.
you're marrying someone, you're not just marrying them alone. If I am like you, just to piggyback off what you said concerning your personal life, marital life with Linda family, you married Linda at that time. The both of you say I do, but now when after that union has been established, her family now becomes your family,
Yeah.
right? So now they have the right to check on you. They have the right to put you in check at some point when they see you misbehaving. They also have the right to give you that respect. So I don't think we should come into a marriage thinking, okay, I'm gonna marry the man, I'm not marrying his family. No, you're actually married into the family. You have to be accepted by the family. Whatever the family say matters. You might say, oh, it might not, it might not be a break or make situation of your marriage, but at some point it has a big influence on your marriage. Like Lofty said, well, her previous relationship, okay, she was not getting along with her mother-in-law. If she and her husband having to have a conflict, and the family don't like her, who can she go to say, okay, he did this to me, and I need you guys to come and advise us or talk into our relationship? She has no one. She has no one that can take up for her. And even if that man having to go and mistreat Lofty, let's say he was beating her or doing whatever, financially exploiting her or financially abusing her, no one can actually come in to speak for Lofty
Right.
besides herself. So family plays a major role. We need to stop saying we marry someone and we're not marrying the family, because if we have to look at the biblical principle of it, we know a lot of marriages established in the Bible because family got along. Because family, they knew which family you were marrying to. They knew this family is a good family, so marry into that family. So I mean, I wouldn't say I'm marrying a man and I'm not marrying his family. And just my own personal experience I've had with that, I used to think, okay, the man, as long as the man love me, that's it. But I have a lot of instances where I was dating someone or in a serious relationship with someone, and their mom actually will vouch for me on everything. She will stand up for me. She might not tell me 100% I'm right, but she will go after her son for me. So, and again, that's a mother that loves you, or mother-in-law that loves you, right? But if that woman don't love you, I'm sorry. The son might fight it. And I mean, how can you even be dating a man, to be honest? And the family don't get along. It comes holiday, you're not going to see the family. Thanksgiving,
Right.
you're not going to see the family. Thanksgiving is supposed to be your happy time, but you're there, you're not getting along. It's just not going to work.
It's not.
It's not going to work. Or you just have to spend, if you're going to force yourself. Lofty says she's not going to marry into that family because it's dangerous. But if you are a female that say, oh no, I'll still marry into that family, then get ready to be their puppet, because whatever they say you will do,
Mhm.
you have to do to please them, because you want your marriage to work. But I personally would not say, I'm just marrying the man and not his family. You are marrying that man, and you are marrying every baggage that comes with him, including his family.
Oh wow, very good point, folks. I really enjoying this topic here. I don't know about you guys, but these ladies are making good points. So, Lofty, if you if you with a person and with a man and I'm, I'm gonna put you on mute here, Vivian, okay? Because the echo. Yeah. So if you with a guy and the family does not like you, let's just say the mom does not like you, but and you're in love, and the guy say, you know what? Even though I love my mom, but guess what? I'm not marrying my mom. I'm going to stick with you. Let's leave the place. Let's go to different state or let's go to different country and let her worry about my mom. She's going to calm down. And how can you create a relationship with his mother, even though she does not approve of the relationship? How can you take your time or maybe approach her in a way where you be able to later on change her mind?
Like, I mean, some mother-in-law love their son and they want the best for their son. So in so doing, they sometimes perceive you as the wrong partner without even getting to know you. So if a man loves me and his family doesn't, and he tried to convince them and tell them, oh, she's the one, she did, she that, and she's a good person, and they still insisting that I'm not a woman for that son, they don't want me to be there. I don't think I will be with the guy, even though I love him. Let me give you an example. When I was my ex, thing wasn't right with me, him, and his parents. his mom. And then when we got married, we were still fighting. You know what she told me, Vivian? She was like, Love T, when you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, it didn't work. What make you think marriage will make it work? That's what she told me. Like literally, if boyfriend and girlfriend stage didn't work, what make you think marrying to him will make it work? And that I took. That's a lesson I took. So if somebody doesn't like you, Vivian, there's nothing you can do that will convince them in liking you. If a person mind is set up in a way that make you look like the bad person in their mind, I don't care if you can go die on the cross for them. They will still not like you, Vinton. So I don't think there's a way you can convince a mother to love you if her son happiness isn't a convincing matter to her. I don't think you can do anything to convince somebody in liking you. So
Hmm.
mother just don't like you for no reason, and I don't care. The more you try, I feel like it's the more you hurting yourself. I'm
Wow.
speaking from a personal point here. Like twice, like I said, twice my two last relationship before my husband now. Me and the family never get along. I tried. We were in love. I mean, you used to see me coming here. He used to love me. I used to love him, but it was just not working with the family. So a mom used to tell me, "Oh, Lofty, my son will never marry you." True story, Vinton. Like I'm saying, not lot may his soul rest in peace. But a mom will always, when we're fighting, she will always tell me, "My son will never marry you." All the time. And for 13 years, I never got married to Kwame. We never got engaged. So I don't care what. And I was, to be honest, I was Kwame love of his life. But because we had never used to get along with a family, I had no choice but to run away. And everybody that knew us were attest to that. So when I left, everything for him went downhill. I couldn't stay because even if we fight, I can't go to his mom, I can't go to his sisters, I can't go to his brother, I can't go to nobody. I can't put him in jail because the people will say, "Oh, she's so evil, she put him in jail." So it was just too bad. I was just there suffering, going through all the suffering with nobody intervention because nobody liked me, obviously. So I had to make up my mind. After 13 years, I had to make up my mind, run away. So like I said, being with a man who for me doesn't love you is not fun, Vinton. There's no peace.
Wow.
And I was with this man, I was the best thing that ever happened to him, but feminists still didn't like me.
Hmm.
So it was no peace. I had to run away. So you can't convince anybody to love you or like you. It's their mindset.
But moving forward here, I know you are in a different relationship, but you have but you have what, 2 or 3 kids for your ex?
Two.
2 kids. Do you still get along with the family, like the sisters, the brothers? Because I know it's a big family.
No, I mean they are still cut off. I cut them off because um they were never there for my kids. I mean, to be frank, I felt like even with what me and Kwame was going through, my kids should have still been something that they wanted to be a part. Someone, I mean, people they would have wanted to be a part of. But I felt like the family turned their back on my kids, even when their dad was alive. And then when my dad passed away, they still was the same towards my kids. So I just decided that okay, I'm just gonna be the only parent to my daughters. So no, my daughter don't know anybody beside me. But Damaso, she do come around. Don't get me wrong, she does. When her birthday comes, she helps me with it. She checks on them. She try now. She's trying. So that's the only person that comes around and accepting to us. Because other than that, I don't think I want a family there again. Because they are like 16 and 14 now. I don't need help anymore.
You don't need help. But well,
Yeah.
I believe that the family still, some, some, still, appreciate what all you did and love the kids here. Especially you mentioned Diamond, very very jovial girl, and I
Hmm.
think that you guys, chat all the time on Facebook. Well, moving forward, let's read some of the comments here because we like for our audience to be, engaged. One of the things, especially about our current situation media, is we don't isolate our audience. Nope, because our audience make us, who we are. So we like to read our comments, and we like for our panelists to respond. And anybody that want to come on here, let us know. We will also post the link, and we can send the link into your inbox. So let's start with comments here. Let's read. Devin says she wants to come on. Let me tag. I'll send her the link. Mercy Dennis say what she said. She said, yes. you can't, honey, never tell your man family anything, no matter what your situation with your man, should stay in your house. That some of the mistakes women make. That's why most mothers-in-law don't get along with their son woman. Who want to respond to this?
Vivian can go.
What was the question?
All right, let me paraphrase. She said
Yeah.
it's a statement. She said one of the reasons is, when you guys have a fight in the house, don't tell your mother-in-law or don't carry your problem to the family. You guys should solve it, because most women carry the problem to the family. Oh, you call the mom. I'm gonna lay your son complain. Blah 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 blah. And and I have some. And most of the time, the mother-in-law always take her son side. I don't care if the son is wrong. You know.
Often, not often. I agree with her to a certain extent. Not everything that goes on in my marriage, I have to involve family.
Yeah.
The matter has to be a matter that that is very critical and that is very important for me to my husband and myself. Oh, you know, honey, you are supposed to spend $20. You end up spending $30. Okay, I'll go and tell your mom. No, not that kind of thing. You're supposed to do this, take the trash out. You didn't take the trash out. No. But when it comes to something like infidelity, I
Mhm.
really bring it to your especially when I know that you and your mom have a serious relationship where you look up to her and you take advice from her. She is someone that I will go to and maybe cry on and say, this is what he did to me. And a lot of the time, if you marry a man who family loves you, they know your pain. You don't even have to say much to them for them to come to your aid, and they will fight for you and fight that man for you. So I would say, yeah, to a certain extent, you can't always involve the family into your matter, into your marital affair. There are counseling too that you can do, that can help your marriage if you don't want to involve family. Not every little thing that you should run to your husband family to tell them, but certain things I think you should bring it to their attention. Okay, this is what your son is doing. And some parents, they are there to inflict fear in their son, like, if you don't get your stuff together, this woman is going to leave. And sometimes when some men hear that from their own family, they get their act together. So I would say, don't run every little thing to go tell your husband family, but also there's important matters that if they have to know, they have to know.
Okay. What about fathers-in-law? Does father, is usually a woman is not getting along with with the spouse mother, the mother-in-law. But fathers, you guys tell me from a female perspective. I know. What about father-in-law? Did any of you guys get along in your relationship with your father-in-law? Was he cool and collective, or he really didn't care, or he was just going by what his wife or saying or doing?
The relationship I had in the past, they were mostly leaning towards their moms. So I never had that relationship where I had to deal with father-in-laws. I was mostly dealing with mother-in-law. So I can't speak from that, from that perspective, because I've never dealt with any father-in-law. I've only dealt with mother-in-laws. But from other relationships that my friends have, I think father-in-laws are more lenient. To be honest, they're more lenient, they're more understanding. You know how men are, they don't like pressure, so they're more lenient towards their daughter-in-laws, unless they see you're doing something really, really bad. Then they will be, harsh on you. But I think father-in-laws are amazing, if you ask me. I just haven't had that experience personally with them.
Okay. What about you? Lofty, before you come in, let's welcome D. D, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right, welcome here. And you are currently calling from Texas or Minnesota, or which state you have moved to now? I'm just messing with you, D. Yeah. So, ladies, D is one of current situation panelists here, and but she been so busy. And welcome back here, D. And but D, are you gonna come on video? You don't want us to see your pretty face or what?
No, I'm gonna come on audio.
All right, no problem, sis. All right, so before we go to D here, Lofty, you want to say something about father-in-law? How have you been treated in the past with regards to father-in-law? Did he approve you or not, or he just basically just went by what his wife, how your wife treated you? I think love to you. Are you there?
Sorry, like, yeah, no.
Did you did you
Sorry, hey, my story long. I can't be said. Oh, Papa, I love me. Jay, one time.
hear?
My story plenty.
You
So
see,
I gotta tell the story.
love to
So one time,
I like it so much because what you do is you use personal experience, just like me. I use personal.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I gotta tell the story of Papa Lawyer.
Okay, go ahead.
So one time I took our car, me and Kwame car. I was pregnant. I think I was 8 months pregnant. I asked him to take me to the doctor appointment. He said no.
Yeah,
So I took the car. I said I was gonna go anyway.
yeah.
When I left, he called the cops and reported the car stolen.
Your father-in-law.
No, that Kwame did. He reported
Oh,
the car stolen.
yeah.
So when the police pulled me over, they tell me, they say, oh, the car reported stolen. I said, oh, no, my car. Oh. But my boyfriend, so the police was like, well, you were pregnant. We're not going to take you to jail, but take the car back and get his keys to him. So me too now, I carry the car. I bust the tire in it. I'm pregnant now. I bust the windshield on the car. So I didn't even know if dad was seeing me. So I'm coming here, the he saw the car tire bust and the windshield. He called the cops. So the cops came in. They was like, ma'am, Kwame said you bust the car and the window and stuff. I was like, no. And then the guy that right at that point, it was his war against my war. And then Victor Fa look at my mom, he passed across the road at me. He said, I was there. I see her. She bust the tire, she bust the window. Now how I go to jail that day? Oh?
You got
So
Oh my gosh.
yes. When I went to jail. So I don't like I said, when family doesn't love you, I don't care what you do. And the sad part about it was that I was taking the car going to the doctor appointment for our child. And then I was so mad I reported the car stolen. So when we were arguing for the police, I was like, I didn't do it. He was like, yes, you did. I was like, no, I didn't do it. So the guy was like, well, you have to take out to court because I mean you don't have any witness.
yeah. That's
And
his
then
word.
the dog came from across the street. Was like, well, right there. I saw her. She took the knife. She busted tire and then the rack. She busted the window. The man, the police was like, ma'am, we have a witness there. You have to go.
Wow,
And they hang me up and carry me to jail. So,
wow.
like I said, it will be no peace if somebody doesn't love you. I
What
don't care how much you are in love.
what
It's not worth your peace at all. It doesn't.
what
So,
a
yeah, my story, plenty of Vito.
well, thank you for sharing that story there. Thank you for sharing that story. Once again, may his soul rest in peace here. He was a community person here. You know, I know him for a very long time. He was a youth advocate. Well, let's move on to DD. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, thank you. Welcome, D here. So, folks here, for the benefits of those that are just joining us, D going to introduce herself with regards to her state of residency and community status within her state here, and then she's going to answer the first question. Fire up, D.
Well, I reside in Maryland right now. My husband and I, we're stationed in Maryland.
Okay. Extend our salutation to him and thanks for his service.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, so the we are discussing the first topic here. If you know you are in a relationship and with your partner, and if your partner parents does not like you, but you guys in love with each other, can that work? What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to stay in love with your husband, or try to make things right with the parents? What say you?
Man, at the end of the day, you're marrying the man or you're in a relationship with the man, you're in love with the man, not his family. You can do your utmost best to, if the family don't like you, you can do your utmost best to make things work. But like I stated in my comment that you're not marrying the family, you're marrying the man. Family does not make the relationship. It's you and the man that make the marriage or the relationship. If the man love you and you love the man, family will always be there. At the end of the day, they have to love you or don't like you. It's their choice. And if they go on the route of not liking you, well, that's up to them. But if you love this man, you're gonna make things work with the man. Family is not gonna stop you from being with someone that you're truly in love with.
All right, Vivian, you have any follow up question for D?
I mean, I understand her point, but I just think it depends. Like I said again, it depends the type of man that you're marrying. If the man is more family oriented and he's the type of person that is into his family affair and love his family, it's gonna be a problem. You're not just marrying that man. Obviously, when I'm marrying you, I'm marrying your dislike and your like. I'm marrying all of you, things that you like and things you don't like. How can you marry someone and say, I'm only marrying a man, I'm not marrying his family, but he's in love with his family, he loves his family, he loves to have them around, and that part of the man, you cannot take it away from him. So when we're marrying people, or when we're marrying each other, we're married into the family. It plays a major role in your relationship. You may try to ignore it or say, okay, they don't matter, but they do matter, because eventually it's not just going to be you and your husband. Yeah, the family you're raising is important, but what about the family that the man comes from? So he's going to forsake his family now because he's in love with you. He's not going to be at peace, he's not going to be happy. um so that's my saying on it. It depends. Again, if the man is family oriented, it's gonna be a problem. But if he's not, if he's a person that say, yeah, I can live without my family being, okay with the woman that I'm married to, then yeah, that marriage is going to obviously work. It's going to thrive perfectly. But if a man is into his family and the family don't like you, that marriage is going to be a lot of challenges there.
I have
But
a question
Vivian,
for D.
Vivian though,
Oh,
um, Eleanor, I'm sorry, before you come in, but Vivian, that left with the man. He got to make things right with his family and letting it know that, hey, this is the woman that I love. This is the woman I'm in love with. This is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with, and I want to make things work with her. And in order, if you guys want to be in my life, because realize though, when you marry a man and you decide to have your family, that's your family. You'll have your own family. You're building your family. If his family don't agree with it, well, so what? That's up to them. So he gotta take that turn and say, you know what? Let them know. Let his family know that I love this woman. I want to be with her. You're either with me or you guys are not with me. If you guys are not with me, guess what? As life goes on, I'm trying to build my own family. I'm trying to create my own family. And if this is the woman that I see that is gonna be in my life, I'm gonna go with her. Because if you look at it, your family already have their family. Now it's time for you to build your own family. You can always carry along because family will disagree on certain things. Disagree on your wife, disagree on how you move around in life. But you as a man, you put that foot down and be like, I'm ready to start my own family. If you can ride along in that bus, guess what? I'm leaving you.
Okay. Eleanor, you have a question for D or a follow up?
yeah. So D, my question to you is: so you
Mm-hmm.
okay with your children and you not going to your husband family for gathering or setting celebration, and you okay with your mother-in-law or your husband family not coming I mean to where you're at for any celebration? You just okay with them not being involved with you and your husband and kids?
I'm gonna make the effort. I'm gonna bring my children to my husband family, to my family. I'm gonna make all that effort that I need to do. But if they still can see that we are happy together, then that's left with you.
Hmm.
You on your own. Then I'm not gonna continue doing something if you're not gonna accept it. No, I'm not. Cause then I have my own family that I gotta look over. I'm not gonna keep wasting my time on being my family or being my husband's family if they don't accept me and my husband because it's not the person that they want me to be with. No.
But you okay? So what I'm saying, my question is, you okay with not having that sort of, I mean, like that part of your life being involved with at all?
If I've gone the extra mile of doing what I needed to do and they choose not to accept it, I'm okay with that. I'm
The
okay with
extra
my
mile, the extra
I'm
mile
right,
which means satisfying your husband family,
right. If
right?
they're not okay with it, then so be it. I'm gonna be with my family. My family that I created with me and my husband. I'm gonna make that people happy. I'm not
Uh,
gonna go the extra beyond if they don't accept as far as I've gone, they don't accept that. That's up to them.
I like that. I like that.
I want to say something, Vinton.
Yeah.
I just want to say, D. So you think when your husband leaves you and goes to his family, who do you think is the topic?
That's a good question too.
That's a
Who
good
do
question.
I think is the topic?
Yeah, if he's not with you, he's with his family at this point to go visit. Who do you think they talk about?
Then right then my husband needs to know who he's belong to. He belongs to me. Like I stated that I stated in my comment, a man shall leave his home and cling to his own family.
Right.
So if
Well,
he
let me
decided,
say
then that
this.
means he's not standing for me and if I have children with him, he's not standing for me or his children.
At the end of the day, I think the man will start to resent you because let me tell you, you
Why?
cannot separate a
No,
man
no,
from his
no, no,
mother.
no, 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 no.
Because if you put him in a position where you have to choose, and then he goes to you, he comes to you, and you have this, oh, yeah, your parent, your family, and then he goes to you, his family, your mom, then his mom is there talking about, oh, your wife. Trust me, he will, at the end of the day,
He's not a
resent you
wise man.
and choose his mom.
Then he still needs to grow up. And he still need that preparation to mold him and all those things, and then he's not ready for life. Pretty much. He's not ready to have a family.
So you're
Because
100% sure a man will choose you over
you're
his
not always
family. I
going to
mean, over
be
his mom.
married to your family. You're not always going to be subjected to your family. You're going to create your own family. Those people are the most important people. Your family is important, but the most important people at that time, once you decide to become marry a woman, have kids, those are the people that your priority, not your family. Your family comes after those people.
And I think we're all saying the same thing, but in a sense that the family that the man also come from plays a major role. I agree with you that the Bible said a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. I agree with you on that, and I agree with you that the family you're creating is also important. But the family that you're coming from is as important as the one that you're creating. If that man is not at peace, again, I will state it, if that man is so family oriented, love his family, love his mom, especially we know some men, they are mama business, you don't play with that. If he love his mom and his mom has, some mother-in-law will literally pick their they will pick their daughter-in-laws because they know, they have an idea of who their son should marry. And if you are marrying such a man where his mom has a lot to say in his life before you showed up, you cannot say if the man, if you don't get along with the man family, it's not going to be a problem. It will be a problem. It will be a lot of challenges in your marriage. And you will get to a point where that the hate from the family will even be transferred to your kids.
But do you think that man is gonna be happy if everything that his mother say he goes along with it? Do you think that man is gonna be happy in his home?
Well, that's his decision for him to make. But at the same time, with the
No, but mommy, that's no, that's not how life is. That's no, you can't just agree on everything. Like wise, we has daughters to our mothers and stuff. We don't agree. Our mom wants us to pick a certain type of man. Have a man that's goal oriented, have a man that this and that, have all those T's crossed and all those things. But if we find a man that we feel is suitable for us, he has a job, he work, but he has other things in that he gotta work with, and also we got other things in that we gotta work with. We mold each other. If my family don't agree, and is that gonna stop me from being with that man because my mom don't agree of the ideal man that she wants me to be with? Am I gonna be happy with me going with the man that my mom wants me to be with? Am I gonna be happy? No, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm gonna be. It's not gonna work because what? That's not the man that I love.
Okay. Let me come in. Then we'll all do our concluding statement for this first topic. Then we'll move on to the next topic because we got 1 more hour. We each topic is 1 hour because the show usually is 2 hours. The show only can go more than 2 hours when we have a lot of different participation. But let me make a statement. Then we'll all go for our closing on this one. Then we'll move on to the 50-50. All right. So you guys are all making brilliant points, and I love the opposing argument. D is coming on and saying that okay, you guys saying this family, 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 but guess what? I'm not marrying the family. I'm marrying the man. I long the man approve of it. Bam. I'm gonna do everything to go that extra mile to get along with the family. The family still rejecting me. I love my man. Bam. I'm gonna create a family with me and my man. That's a good point. And on the other hand is you guys like okay, guess what? I love the man, but what the man is strongly family oriented. He love his family, he got his family values, and if family don't like him, it's complication right there. What can I do to make the family like me, or just we get along? Even though I am, with the man, I'm not, marrying the family, but the man respect and value his family. So these are all good points. It happens in real life
The
where
chat.
where
The chat.
family does not
The
get
chat.
along with in-laws, but at the end of the day, some women make a decision, and ignore the advices of their parents and be like, you know what, yes, dad, he's not this, that, he's a thug, or guess what, he's not the type of man that you want me to marry. He's not the ideal, but I love him. Love is very powerful, but then it's up to that partner, it's up to both of them to make sure that yes, my parents did not approve you, but I still love you. What can we do for my parents to just be cool? And some couple, if they love each other, the man will go to his mom and say his mom that mom, I understand, but guess what? That's my love. I didn't find love for you. Yeah, we have strong family value. But if you really love me, can you can you be can you approve my happiness? Some people will do that. Hey, dad, if you really love me, dad, I know he's not the type of man that you approve of, but if you really love me, you want to see me happy, I'm happy with that person. And sometimes the parents are okay, whatever. Because when a parent say whatever, they love that kid and they decide to like, you know what, that's his choice, that's her choice. We will see how things work. We will be in the back giving our, professional advice or giving our advices. Maybe we might not have a close relationship, but because of our daughter, we will have to get along because we want our daughter happiness. We don't want to walk and ridicule or kind of ignore our daughter happiness. No, that's our child. If she loves him, we will just give her advice, mama, that it there, love is powerful. All right. So it can still be balanced. It can still be balanced. But let's hear your closing argument on this, then we'll move forward. We will start with Vivian.
I mean, am I am I muted still? Oh, I'm
No,
unmuted.
on me.
Um, I mean, my stand on this is been from day one. Honestly, if the man is family oriented, it's going to be a problem. But if he's not, the marriage is going to try because I mean, you guys can just go ahead and just forget about family. But if he's into his family and love his family and cannot do without his family, then that marriage is not going to survive.
Thank you. Love T.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Your closing argument for this.
Oh, my closing argument is that for me, I wouldn't marry a man who family doesn't love me because it's not fun. It's no peace. It's all drama and it's just too much headache. So I wouldn't marry a man. Even if I'm in love with you, I will let it go because I need my peace. Peace matters.
All right. D,
Mm.
your closing argument.
My closing argument would be if I love a man and I truly love him and he truly loves me and we're both suitable for each other, I would do my utmost best to connect with his family. And if they choose not to, well, guess what? It's me and my husband and our family in the future,
Thank, thank,
building our future together.
thank you, ladies. We're gonna move on to the next topic for an hour. Vivian, go ahead and introduce the next topic.
Our next topic here is should there ever be a 50-50 in a marriage or relationship? If yes, why? If no, why not?
Okay, so we're gonna start with D. Since you introduced the topic, you'll be the last to weigh in on it. So D, marriage 50-50 when it comes to what finance or anything else. Should there be a 50-50 or not? First of all, should there be a 50-50 in a marriage? D, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Should there be a 50-50 in a marriage? Yes or no?
No, there
Why not?
shouldn't be, because all fingers are not equal.
So there should not be a 50-50.
No,
All
men
right.
and women don't have the same strength. So
Okay.
there should never be a 50-50 in a marriage.
Can you go deeper? Can you expand on your answer?
Yes, I can, because a man is the foundation. So the man is the neck. The woman is the head. We're at the neck. We're at the head. The neck can move. You need, so I'm your supporting partner. If you're not able to provide, I'm there to support you because I'm your supportive partner. So there should never be a 50-50. If I'm lacking something, you're able to uplift me. If you're lacking something, I'm able to support you.
So
You,
if there should not be a 50-50 now,
hmm
when it comes to finance now, who should be in control?
the husband.
Okay.
The husband should be in control, but also the husband oversees everything. Let me rephrase my answer. The husband oversees everything, but the wife is the me eyes on knowing, okay, we're lacking this. We don't have groceries. We don't have toiletries. We don't have this and this and this and that. So I go to my husband, babe, hey, we don't have this. If you guys have an agreement, okay, just set it up. I'm gonna take care of the rent. You take care of the household things and like groceries and toiletries and all those things there. That's not 50-50. But you're having a not I shouldn't say an agreement, but you're made that clear to each other that you're gonna take care of this, I'm gonna take care of this. But at the end of the day, we women, even though we still have the money, we still go to our husband to get that money to buy other things and stuff. So no, there should never be a 50-50 in a marriage.
Okay.
Never.
Thank you. Eleanor, fire it up.
50 shouldn't be allowed in a relationship because they are. Oh, okay. Thank you for unmuting me. I forgot. For me, a 50 in a relationship shouldn't even be applied to one because at one point in a marriage or relationship, I can lose my job and I'm looking up to my husband to pick up my slack, or my husband can lose his job and he expect me to pick up from where he left off. So I think a relationship you should be when you're in a relationship or marriage, you should be like a team, like a teammate. The way your teammate he can reach, your own hand reach there. So if people say 50-50 in a relationship, I get confused a lot because how about okay, we split 50-50. My husband pay certain amount of money for our bill. I pay my own money for our bill, and then I can't work anymore. Where am I supposed to get my 50% from? I'll look up to my husband to do 100% of the bills. So,
Right.
and then your next question was, sorry, I got all this in my mind.
No,
Who should be in control of the finance? I
yeah.
think the husband should be, regardless, he's the head, but decision should be made where you both should make the decision when it comes to the house because you might have an idea that your husband don't have and you can bring it to the table and you can discuss it and see where you can reach each other. So husband the head of the household,
Let me
husband the head of financial side of the relationship, or you both make the
decision.
decision. Yes.
And that's what my follow-up question are. Okay, you and D, you all want a husband to be ahead when it comes to finance. But then
Yes.
when it comes to a decision making, it should be pretty much 50-50, you know, where they both have to make a decision. Okay. I'm gonna
Yes.
wait on that, but let's hear from Vivian. Then from that way in, then we pretty much see if we can rebut or buttress. Vivian, fire it up.
Okay. The issue of 50-50 is demonic. It's absolutely demonic. I
That's
don't
it.
know who invented that. I don't know who brought about that, but it's definitely from the devil. But here is my take on that.
All right.
A husband and wife should not go 50-50 on anything. Okay. Initially, go speaking from a biblical point of view, when Adam was created in our garden, when Eve was not there, he was running his show by himself. Okay, he
Right.
had this thing going on by himself. He had everything going on. God gave him a vision that you should look after these animals. That I'm just going to the biblical, background of the whole marriage. Eve came to the picture when Adam already had a vision. As a woman, when we come into a man's life, he already has a vision of caring for his family. We are just there to help him see that vision come to manifestation or make that vision come to life. That's what we call the helpmate. So if we come in the picture and you're telling us that we should measure arm with you and be 50-50, then who are we submitting to? We're definitely in a relationship with another, it's like a man with another man. I mean, and honestly, from my own personal experience, I have taken on the role before of being a breadwinner while I was in the relationship. It hurt me a great deal. It was bad. It was bad because it's not my role. Everybody should know their role in a marriage or in a relationship. Your role as a husband is to provide for your family. My role as a wife is to be a helper to you. Now that's a
Mhm.
good role to be a helper to you, but not to measure arm with you. So whatever you give to me or whatever vision you have for our family, I'm there to help you to make it come to life. You telling me, even if I have a job and you have a job, I'm not supposed to be paying 50-50 bill with you. No, you're supposed to take care of our family now. If your money cannot sustain our family, I can come here and help with certain things like Dee was stating. Okay, if our husband is paying rent, which is a major bill in the house, she can take care of other things like the groceries, the toiletry and everything else in the house. I'm helping. But for you to say, okay, rent is 1,200, bring 600. I'm also going to bring 600. That doesn't add up at all. It's not our place for us to pay 50-50 bill. Then again, if you guys, because we're now in a generation where women are actually making more than men, if you find yourself in a season of your life where your partner, you're making more than your partner and you feel like your partner is struggling, yes, you can take more of the bill where he pay, what he can afford, until that man can upgrade his income and take on our role again as a father, as a leader, as a husband. But it should never be 50-50. It should never be 50-50. This is why you see women, I don't care how much education or money I have, I will always love for a man to take care of me. Now that I can take care of myself, I can be very independent without a man. But once I'm in a relationship and I meet this man who said, we're building a family, we're going to get married, blah, 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 you're going to take care of me. So I don't think 50-50 is ideal.
Wow. So these ladies are so fired up here. They are not agreeing with 50-50. All right. So all the three ladies on the show here does not agree with 50-50 in a marriage. I do agree with 50-50. And here's my reason. When it comes to 50-50, I look at it in a different perspective. Most women look at 50-50 as finance. I personally don't look at 50-50 as a finance in an entire relationship, because relationship is strictly business, it's partnership. I view relationship as a partnership when in a business, as a partner. Your wealth is your partner. Relationship is not just, oh, we understand it's love, it's intimacy, but it's business at the end. Because we both don't know each other, we came to know each other, we getting together. So we have to compromise. You know what? I have a different set of belief. You might have a different set of belief. What attract us to each other is something. Either the physical, or maybe because I'm intelligent, or the person is beautiful, or something, but some kind of attraction attracts us to each other. So when we come and compromise, okay, we are into a business, or lifetime business, either a lifetime business or a short-term business. We become partner. And in partnership, how does partnership do? They share everything from finance to decision making. Everything is 50-50. So, but most men, when they say 50-50, they're like, oh, I have to be the head of the home. D, can you mute your background? Thank you. D,
Yeah.
yeah, can you mute your background? Because we're hearing I think you're
Sorry.
the TV or the
Sorry.
radio. Thank you.
Sorry, my husband listened to something. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then just put your phone on mute. Yeah. So folks, so in my explanation here is the man is the head of the home? Yes, I do agree. The female is the helper. Yes, we do agree on that. So usually in a relationship, let me make an analogy. I compare it to a CEO of a company and the manager. Okay, so the CEO is the head of the company. He communicates with the manager all the time because why? The manager is pretty much know what is going on. All the CEO does is he gets reports, just like a data analyst. All right, he gets report from the data analyst based on the different studies the data analyst is doing. So the data analyst is the manager. So the wife communicates with the husband. Oh, we don't have this in the house. This type of bill is going to be paid. And this man is working, right? He's working, and his wife communicates with him. And guess what? Yeah, he's the head of the household. So when it comes to finance, I think he should be able to provide more when it comes to finance. Okay, if the wife said you are the head of the household, so when it comes to finance, he should be able to provide. But when he don't have it, then we all agree the wife can assist because she's the helper. So in that case, if I'm providing more as the head of the household, when it comes to decision making, I will communicate with my spouse. But at the end of the day, as the CEO, I have to sign it. It have to be signed before it be final approval. Because I'm the CEO and you are just the manager. Remember? So the decision cannot be 50-50. No. The decision have to be finalized by me, the CEO. But will I discuss with the manager? Yes, with my wife. We'll have that discussion. She will give me some inputs, but at the end of the day, I got the final say because I'm the head of the household. I'm the head of the household. Remember, you consider me
But
as the head. No, let me finish. Remember,
no, sorry.
so decision making can be discussed. I concur with that, but the final saying it cannot come from the manager, which is the female. It got to come from the CEO, which is the male, because the female consider me as the head of the head of the household. So don't say I'm the head, but then decision making you want to be 50-50. All right. So, like I say, my perspective to 50-50 is different. Way different than a lot of men or female perspective to 50-50. Okay. So in that aspect, financial aspect, I do agree I should take the lead. In decision, I should also take the lead. When it comes to intimacy, we both can take the lead. Okay. Yeah. Then when it comes to social affairs, we both can take the lead. When it comes to household thing with the kids and stuff, it can be flexible. I will rest my case.
Zenton, though, when you're in a business with a person,
Mm-hmm.
even though you are the CEO, your eyes see one thing and your colleague sees another thing. Your eyes may be seeing something that is okay, that's good, but then the person that you're working with may be seeing something that's better for the company. Are you gonna go if this person bring us a plan to you and say, "Hey, I don't think we should go this route. I think the best route is to go this route." Sometimes in a company, y'all can disagree, y'all can argue, disagree to agree. But sometimes you give it to that person to say, you know what, let's go your route. And that route that you go turns out to be the better route, then the CEO don't always make that decision. That's why he has other people to give him advice on things, to give him points on things, and that with because as a CEO, you're not always going to make the decision. You can run a company by yourself. You need that person to be there to say, no, this is not the right route you should go. I think we should take this other route. And that other route, taking that other route can be a better for your company, or be a better route for your marriage, or be a better route for your relationship.
But
It's
remember,
not
I said,
always the
D, remember,
person.
remember, I said the
Hmm.
decision will be discussed with me and the manager.
But the final say
The
is
final
on
say,
you.
yeah, the decision
But
will be discussed. The manager must pinpoint and give a recommendation that will lead the company to success. But at the end of the day, I have to mentally process those decisions, and I will go back to the manager and say, "Oh, all right, baby, what you just told me, I think you are right. I accept it." But if I don't accept it, I have doubts. At the end of the day, I'll say, "Oh, baby, I reject it. I'm sorry."
but then the final the I understand where you're coming from, you being the final say and saying, okay, I agree with you and all those things there. But at the end of the day, the final say is just you projecting the word that I said to you, and you agree on what I said. So you didn't make the final say. If I made a suggestion on something that we should go on a
I
different route
still
on
made a final
something,
decision as the head of the.
but it's coming from me.
I
It's
still
coming
said,
from me as your partner.
no, it came from you as a recommendation. I felt that I mentally processed it. I felt it was right. So I stamped it. I say approve.
But that's what we're saying. It's not 50-50.
Nah.
It's not, because I'm saying something, you thought about it, you said, okay, I think it's the best decision, we should go on that route. It's
Mm-hmm.
not 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you making that same point. It's I said that to you. But to make you think and
Yeah, but
feel
you
that
no,
you
but
made
you're
that
right.
decision, you're
In that
gonna
case,
go ahead and say that.
it's not 50-50. But Eleanor said that decision should be 50-50. That's what she said. But let's hear from
Decision
her.
decision is made about communication and talking to your partner. That's how
Absolutely.
Let me
being
say
married,
something, Vinton.
girlfriend. We're
Decision
talking,
I said it should be compromised. Like you should meet me
right,
halfway. At
right.
least I can just allow you to you said like you said, or the head of the household, which is you or the CEO, should be the to should wrap up the decision making, and you the last person to say, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. That's not how it works. I should be able to have my opinion in it, and we have to be able to meet each other halfway when it comes to the decision making. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm saying something to you and you think that's the right way, that's not 50-50. Because
No.
you had your part to say, I had my part to say, and you thought my part was the better way to go. That's not 50-50.
And
Let's let's hear
I
And
also
I
have
think that's where we all are coming from.
business. It is not a business. You
It's
cannot.
not a business, right?
It's
It's
not a business.
definitely not a
You
business.
just
Fatima,
don't have intimacy
relationship is
in business. You don't have, you don't have intimacy in business. You don't have kids in business. You don't have someone
No,
nurturing you in business. Right now,
no.
right now, running this show, if a little cold catch you, you have somebody who's taking care of you, and guess who that person is? Your wife. She will run and drive everything else and come take care of you. You don't do that in business. Business don't have no nurturing where you have somebody there that is nurturing you. So
I'm making an analogy though. Remember, it's an analogy. I'm comparing a partnership business to a relationship. I'm making an analogy. So I want you to, because you are in business with that person, just that person, both of you. So because it's in a relationship, your everything you just need.
as a business though, I don't view marriage or relationship as a business. You
They
know,
never fall under the same
I
thing. No.
also want to agree with what Dee said. If you have an idea, you say because you're making, the final call on that idea mean you are the boss. No. For example, you have an idea of starting a talk show, but sometimes when someone have an idea, it's just an idea. They haven't gone deep into brainstorming and writing things down and how the show will go and what other tools that they need. This is where I come in as a woman or your wife to tell you, honey, this is my idea and this is the vision. I also, you have this vision, but this is the tools that I have that I can implement. We can implement into this vision and make it to come to. So you are not calling the shop there. You are not. You are not a
Right.
CEO. Not 50-50 there. You understand what I mean?
How
Or
many?
am I contradicting myself?
No. You are not. But we agree that when it comes to decision making, you both said it is not 50-50, right? It is not 50-50. And I agree with that. I say if you consider me as the head of the home, all right, when it comes to the finance, meaning that when it comes to the decision making, it will be discussed. Don't get me wrong. You cannot leave your wife on key decision making, or you cannot leave your managers on key decision. It will be discussed. But when a manager and a CEO sit in a meeting, a roundtable discussion, Vivian, and they had a discussion with shareholders, other people, then at the end of the day, who stem it and make that decision based on the inputs? It's the CEO.
Because of the other
Yeah,
people that made that brought
yeah,
up that
yeah,
idea, not you.
yeah.
You didn't bring up
You,
the idea.
you
That's
just,
why it goes back on recognition.
yes,
If
yeah.
someone someone gave you that idea, when it comes around, when recognizing people, you know what, you put that person up for, because of that person brought that company to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Not you. You listen to them. You're aware of whatever um stuff they brought to you, but you as a CEO, you are presenting, because you are like the trophy of that company. So you are presenting, but you were not the one that bringing. You was not the one that brought up that idea. It
Mm-hmm.
was someone else. Likewise in marriage, you and your partner. You can say one thing, your partner say another thing. You disagree, the partner disagree, but at some point you come to a conclusion where you say, you know what, maybe I should go on what my wife is saying or what my husband is saying. But me has the head whole, I'm gonna say, okay, baby. And a lot of people don't realize when a woman say, my husband made that decision, is to make that man, he is the head of the home.
Yeah.
Glorifying my husband that he made that decision. Even though we know deep down in our head that
Behind closed door. I think.
he had no idea about it, but to allow him, to give him that opportunity to my husband the one. No, we wanna do that to make our husband feel that he not feel that he has the help, because he is the head of the home, but just to glorify him that, okay, my husband listened to me and he accept what I said.
And every woman wants to present her husband as a man with wisdom, as a man who has that knowledge, who is a leader. You don't want to present your husband or the person that you're dating as someone who doesn't know his
Nothing.
right
Right.
from wrong. That's why when again this topic is just bringing us so much the idea of submission. That's where it comes into place. I cannot submit to any man who doesn't have a vision. Where are we going? Because I'm very curious. I'm a curious person. I like to know where you're taking me 5 years from now. What vision do you have for our relationship, for our family? So if you don't have that, I have an issue of submitting to you. But then again, when we talk about this whole issue that what we're talking about, you making decision with your wife, she has a major part to play in it. In fact, you need her for that thing to come to
Right.
for that thing to come to come to life, for that vision or that dream to come to life. So we should not discredit women and say, you know what, I'm the boss, I'm the one, right? No, without her idea, matter of fact, you won't even be spending anything because
Yeah, but
And Vivian, though,
I
that's
don't want you
one thing.
guys
If
to I don't want you guys to contradict yourself, Vivian. You indeed. I'm concurring with what you guys are saying. Made your decision, but
Victor, hold on, y'all. Somebody asking how they can join the live. Please tell them.
or copy and paste the link to the inbox. But yeah, copy and send it to the inbox. But Vivian and D, we are agreeing when it comes to the decision. All right. All I'm saying is I asked you from the beginning about the 50-50. They said there is no way it should be 50-50 in marriage. And you gave your reason, both of you. Okay. And at the end, it boils down to finance. The man is the head of the household. He should take that financial responsibility. We concur with that. But if you're saying that the man is the head of the household, that he should take that financial responsibility, I agree that the whole relationship is 50-50 in different areas. So that's why I was breaking down each area. All right. The reason I say it's 50-50, yes, the man can take the lead. That's also a percentage of it. But then when it comes to the woman being a housewife, all right, whether she's working or not, she has some responsibility too, that she should be able to take that lead, within the house, and then when it comes to decision making, that man should be able to take that, that to be the final say of that after having a while in-depth discussion with his partner. And when I made the analogy that relationship is like a business, it's like a business when you go into it. All right. People saying that, oh, in business, you cannot have this with your partner. You guys are only in business between two of you. This is what type of business? It's a relationship business. It's not like a commercial business, or commercial entity. It's a relationship business. All right. You're came from different parts of the world. You're came from different, culture or different belief. You're meet. But you're meet, and why? You have certain things in common. That's why attracted you together and you're still in love. So you guys are in a relationship type of business, a partnership. Okay. So when you're in a partnership now, you'll have to compromise on certain things. So the whole relationship is 50-50. Because while in certain areas, the woman takes the lead. In certain areas, the man takes the lead. Where am I going wrong, ladies? You see that?
So what for me, from where I gather,
You see, I want you to understand is
no, we get what you're saying.
yes.
We get what you're saying, but where we're coming from, if I can speak for Vivian and I, if she may allow me,
Yeah.
that
Go ahead.
if we know that you're the head of the home. We know that. But if I suggest on something that you agreed on and you're making that decision, you didn't bring you did not make that decision. You're listening to me. We're a partnership.
There you go.
If I'm making sense, we're a partnership. So
I
you
agree
list.
with you.
So we disagreed on something. We came to a conclusion that okay, baby, I think you're right on this, and we're gonna go on this. Is that still considered 50-50?
Didn't I say that? Yeah. I said in certain areas, relationship,
But I'm still
relationship
making you the head of the home, though. I'm still making you make that decision. But
yeah,
even though you
uh,
did not bring that, you did not make that suggestion.
yes.
But I'm still as a woman
with waste of
making you that
It's still
pedestal.
it's still considered 50-50. Because
How that's the thing that how is it still considered 50-50?
what you just said, we in a partnership. What is a partnership, guys? Lofty, what is a partnership? We're two put
Okay, partnership is where we meet each other halfway and both make decisions
thank
together.
you. Thank you. That's partnership right there, right?
Yes.
Partnership right there. But let me use the conjunction but, all right? Or let me use the adjective but. But if you saying that, okay, I still make you the head of the household when it comes to finance, it comes to you
Mm-hmm.
your family. Okay, in those aspects, I am the head. All right. But in certain aspects, I say my wife is pretty much in that area. Why you think when most men spending money, they want to make a financial decision, what happened? They say, my man, I gotta call my wife and see if she agree with that, stuff. Guess what? She make that decision because what? He touches base with his partner. Okay?
Vito,
Yes.
what we are trying to say is that you can't just make a decision by yourself. You gotta get all involved in it.
I'm not
Well,
making
even as that, you are still the head of household, but at least let us be part of every decision making. That's what we're trying to say.
yes. So then how will you consider the relationship a 50-50 relationship?
No, yeah,
It's not a
it's not
50-50. But
50.
this is the thing, what we're trying to say. We as women, we put that side of taking that pedestal. We're giving it to our men.
Yes.
Even though we made the decision, not decision, but we gave the idea and he agreed on it. That's
Right.
not 50-50.
Yeah. So if you don't, you see it, okay, we'll see you as the king. But
You
don't
may
get me
bring
wrong,
up
the
the
king still
idea.
consult the queen when he wants to make decision. He
It's
don't. He
that
the
pride
king
that
just
we're
don't wake
taking
up one day
away
and be
from
like, okay,
ourselves.
Matter of fact, the king is not a king without a queen.
thank
There you
you,
go.
thank you. That's it right there, Vivian.
Then the question go back to you now. If the king is not a king with a queen, if the
Right.
king can make a sole decision without discussion with the queen,
Mm-hmm.
how do you consider the relationship in a whole?
But
Oh my God.
Vivian, let
Okay,
me let
the
me let me
king.
say something
No,
really quick,
answer that
okay?
question. How do you consider the whole relationship in a whole? It's a 50-50 thing. That's
It's not.
not.
Vision,
Yeah.
when I'm sorry for whoever who the audience are on the phone that's Muslim, but when God created Adam, did he make Adam, then he made Eve?
He made Adam first.
He made Adam first,
Yes.
the head of the home.
He made Adam.
Click the link, Benedict. Click the link. There's a link on top of the screen.
Then he
Yes.
came about and took Eve from his ribs
Yes.
and molded Eve. He
Dear
molded
Becky,
Eve.
yeah, 1 second, please. When you have iPhone, you must copy the link and paste it in your Safari. But
Yes.
if you have Android and you click on the link, it will bring you directly on.
But I even post the link on the screen itself.
Yeah, but if you have an iPhone, you have to still copy the link you post and paste it in Safari.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Go ahead, D. And this is a very
So in that case,
yeah.
it was never 50-50 that God created Adam, that he created Eve at the same time.
Okay. Do you
We
want me
are,
to respond to that?
go ahead.
Okay. So you are absolutely right that because we are Christian, we believe in the Bible. So we believe that Adam was created, with dust, and
Mm-hmm.
God put him to sleep, brought him a woman as a helper. That's why God named her woman, WOMAN, because of my ribs you came
Right.
right there, and because of my ribs you came. I am the head, but in a relationship, in a marriage, all right, you are my helper. We understand, but because we are in a relationship, we communicate, we make
Mm-hmm.
decisions, we play different roles in this relationship. The relationship, you cannot say, oh, because I'm the head of the household, okay, I'm the superior, you got to be inferior to me. No, for every move I make, I consult my wife. For every move my wife make, she consult me. Okay, we communicate. That's why successful relationship is always based on communication. Because communicate. That's all. Because if you don't communicate, the relationship shakes, it breaks. The reason my relationship have lasted that long, and don't tell me it haven't shake. It have shake, it have bent, it have break, but I brought it back together.
That's relationship right there.
That's why I left
Relationship
this show because we are
is
so
not a straight
blunted.
path.
We're so
It's not a
blunt.
straight path. We
Yeah.
break, we bend.
So relationship is not bread and butter. No, you know what I mean. No, I tell everybody, relationship is
You did, you said broken, you brought it back.
So, Vision, we gotta
Yeah.
give the definition. Are we talking about marriage or are we talking about boyfriend girlfriend relationship?
We're
That's
talking
two
about,
different.
I think we should lean more on the marriage side.
Okay, that two
Right.
different things. Relationship is different from you marrying a person, you break your bed. At the end of the day, y'all
And
still try to make that marriage work.
But D, let me ask you: when you are married, aren't you in a relationship? When you are married, what's the difference? Can somebody help me?
It's a different.
yeah,
You in a relationship, but it's a different level.
Okay, we will schedule this for another ladies' night. Relationship, marriage. What does it make difference when you're in a relationship? Because if
yes, it does.
I'm in a committed
Yeah, so
relationship,
It's
The
big.
word marriage is a strong uphold.
all right,
So marriage
It's
and relationship is a
something
strong
that
uphold.
union that is designed by God. You cannot compare it with just ordinary.
Right.
together. No,
Right.
this is for
That's the
union.
thing. Are we talking relationship or are we talking marriage?
In this
That's why they said
discussion,
marriage.
we
That's
are
a
leaning more
strong word,
towards
marriage.
marriage. But the reason I'm using the term relationship is to me, Benton, I don't see the big difference because if I'm married, I am in a relationship. Because if somebody ask me, say, "Oh, brother, are you in a relationship?" Even though I'm married, I say, "Yes, I am in a relationship." What kind of relationship? A marriage relationship.
Ain't nobody gonna ask you, are you what kind of relationship you're in? No,
Yeah.
they're gonna ask you, are you married or are you in a relationship? That's the two words they're gonna marriage or are you in a relationship? That's the thing. Marriage
No,
is a
no. This is
strong
the two words they
word.
will
That
ask me.
is
They will ask
it's
me,
a
"Are you
stem.
married or are you single?" That's the two words.
Okay,
Exactly.
I can be in a relationship and still be single. I'm not married.
Yeah.
I'm not married. I'm
Yeah.
single until I stand before God, man,
Yeah.
and say I am fully committed to this person. Because a relationship can be broken anytime. A marriage can be broken, but it takes process. It
And
goes
part
through
of the process,
trials and tribulations for that marriage to be broken. It's not something that you just. That's why I said marriage is not for small children.
Yeah.
Marriage is something that you go through trials, you work things, things don't work, you keep working until you both get to that conclusion that say, you know what, it's
he said,
not working between you and I.
okay, he brought everything back. So you think if it's not something that is God ordained, you will have the grace to when it broke for you to bring it back? No.
Bring it back.
No, it's not right.
Well,
So I'm gonna see oh yeah the money how many days now?
well, let me tell my guys then. You better come and rescue me on the show because the ladies are eating. Yeah. They are really, really hammering me. So I need a helper on the show, please. Let me bring Pastor Success. Yeah, he's a biblical scholar. So let's bring the biblical scholar on, and I know maybe Pastor Success will be balanced on here. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Pastor Success. Pastor Success, can you hear us?
I do.
All right. Well, Pastor Success is, by the way of introduction, I'll let him introduce himself, but he usually, one of my political panelists and a good friend of mine, and he sometimes watch the ladies' night and just jump in as needed.
Like
Yes,
this coming so I
yes. So
true Lord, I can just jump in.
he jumps in as needed. Now he's about to open, but he is not going to blow you.
Hold on, bro, my man.
Yeah, go ahead, fire it up. Which one
Yeah,
of
I've
these?
been listening to you guys.
Which one of this subject matter are you going to touch on? The last one that we're discussing, or the first one?
I didn't get the first one. I said you give me a hint on it.
Then let's go with the last one here. The last one is Vivian. Can you go ahead and read the last topic? No, we are now audible here.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
50-50 in a marriage or relationship. If yes, why? If no, why not?
So I will first of all say there's no relationship in the world that comes with 50-50. Looking at from the biblical standpoint, I overheard someone saying, yeah, sorry for our Muslim friends online, but we that believe in the Christian doctrine, marriage or the relationship should never be a 50-50. And it is where the problem starts from. Because when everybody starts having feeling that, although we have equal right in this thing, or we have equal, but when you say 50-50, then it's holistic and not picking and choosing 50-50 in everything. And that what it ought not to be that way. That was not what God intended for relationship or marriage. So let's begin with the Garden of Eden. I will pose a question and let that question serve as a brain teaser for each and every one of us. You think God didn't know it was Eve who ate the fruit along with the snake? Why is it that God, when he came to the garden, didn't ask Eve? He went to Adam. That question alone should just speak volume. Adam wasn't around. Eve ate the fruit. The Bible says she saw that it was good. She tasted it. and she took it to the man, and the man accepted it. When God came down in the cool of the day, in Genesis chapter 3, the Bible says, and God said, Adam, where art thou? And he said, Lord, I heard your voice, and I am naked, and I hid myself. And God asking Adam, who told you you are naked? And he said, the woman you gave me brought me the fruit, I ate, and we saw that we were naked.
So
God
he,
did not talk.
so he bring on the woman quick.
Yeah. God did not say, hey, woman, why you did this? Though she had her own penalty, but he first of all held him responsible as the man. You are in charge. You were to refuse. So that's also tells us it's not every suggestion a woman brings into the home. I'm not saying we should overlook our women because they are wisdom. Women are working wisdom. Women are industry of ideas. But let us also understand that women are emotional people. So when they come to you with some emotion, and you as a man, you are not able to sit down and analyze what is saying, the pros and cons of it. And let me see what if I take the decision, you know, will be good or it will be bad. At the end of the day, trust me, when you take that decision and it doesn't occur well, trust me, I know women. The next thing she will tell you that it is true, I brought it, but you were the man, you should have used your man judgment, you know. So God didn't make it equal. The next thing I also want to say is that when God made man, the Bible said, and after he had made man, he gave man a responsibility, which is the Garden of Eden. He said, take care of it. Do everything you want to do it, trim it, make sure it produce and the rest of it. And after he said he saw that it was not good for man to be alone. He put man to sleep and brought a woman. Right? And he said, this is your help. Underscore help meet. So everything we do, finances, home maintenance, growing up kids, or whatever it may be, women are help me. We need to understand that. Women came to help. So in the process of helping, we should not see them as a 50-50 partner to share responsibility, to share everything in the home. No, they are not a 50-50 partner. They are not. So I want to pause there for now, and maybe somebody might have something else to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pastor, can I just say something really
Yeah,
quick?
yeah,
I'm about to get off the line.
yeah. Go ahead.
When I listened to Dr. Miles, and we take let's say we take the word woman. What's the last word that's out of woman? What does it spell?
What do you mean the last word? The
The
first
Describe
last
men.
three letters out of woman, what does it spell?
Men.
man.
Man. So he's up there. So God created man. God made man. God gave the instruction to man. Adam knew this garden. There were certain part of the garden that was not supposed to be touched, not supposed to be eaten from. Right? So my thing is though, and I wish the pastor was still online if he is still online.
Yeah, you still.
Was it Eve that convinced him to eat that apple, or was it knowing the fact that you know that you were not supposed to eat that fruit? I know we women we can be deceitful in certain ways and form, but as
I,
a man, you stand your ground.
are you asking me a question? You want me to answer, or you just being hypothetical, or you want me to
No,
answer the
I'm
question?
I'm asking a question in the fact as was it Eve that convinced him, knowing knowingly that he know that he was not supposed to eat that fruit. Was it Eve that actually convinced him into eating the fruit?
Yeah, that's
It
what the
was?
scripture said. Yeah, that's what the scripture says.
Okay. I'm just asking
Okay.
based on the scripture, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
AJ,
Yeah.
I'm going up on my phone. I'm going on the tablet, so you have to bring me back on.
Yeah, I will bring you back on. Okay. So we'd like to welcome Victoria. Victoria, are you there?
Yeah, how are you?
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for following the show here. What is your thought? Yeah, we discussed two topics here. The first one was about if, your partner family does not like you,
Hmm.
if that relationship is over. So we discussed that for 1 hour. Now we are on the 50-50 in relationship. So which one you want to touch on, or where you want to come in?
Okay, 1 minute.
Vivian, are you still with us?
I am. I'm listening in.
Hey, give her on me quick. She said the yeah,
Are you guys getting?
yeah. Victoria.
Okay, I will touch base a little bit on a family not liking you in a relationship.
Okay.
Okay, from my own perspective, it's not a requirement for a family to like you, but I think it's for you to be in a family or get married to a family that love you, and then you love them back in return. It's a blessing. Because if you are a girl, you go into a different family. If your mother-in-law likes you, your father-in-law likes you, it's like you are blessed. And as a guy too, it's like you are blessed with both parents. You got two parents, two mom, two dad. You just feel free. You feel welcome. So I consider it as a blessing though. But sometimes if they don't work, because some family they will go beyond that. They will even visit medicine man because they don't like you. So I don't think it's healthy for you. But it's not a requirement for a family to like you.
I like that when you say it's not a requirement. That's strong. Even though it's not a requirement, but you are married in law with a man where and the man is also have a strong family value, very strong family value. He's mommy's boy, he's daddy boy. He respects his family because he was raised by a strong family value. He respects decision from his sisters, his brothers, his aunts. All right. He's married in love with you. You're both married in love with each other, but his mom or dad does not approve of the relationship. So, as a person who knows this man is have a strong family value, that at the end of the day, even though he love you, but guess what? He listening to his family too. He might make a decision that might keep your relationship or break your relationship. So you, as the female, as the woman in their relationship, where the family does not like you, how do you go about making this family to get along with you? What do you do? What's some of the mechanisms you're going to put in place?
Well, if a family don't likes me because of a behavior, because some mother-in-law will not just get her and hate you for no reason. Some of them will do. So if they don't like me because of certain behavior, and I love my husband or my boyfriend, I could change that behavior. There are some daughter-in-laws that are very disrespectful, they are rude, and there are some mother-in-law that they do not like you for no reason because they don't want their son to be with you. They want to choose wives or girlfriend for their son. And I understand. But if they don't like me for no reason that I know of, then I can't please you. That's just me. I will not change myself into something else because I want to make you happy.
Okay, that you made a good point here, right? But then my follow-up question again. Then from there, I will let Pastor Sosa come in to see whether he have a follow-up question for you, whether he can report or buttress. So suppose the family don't like you because they based on the race. Say your boyfriend is a white or maybe a Caucasian, and the family and have a strong family value that they should stick with the same race. All right, but this guy attracted to you, even though you from the black race. You know, all right, but he attracted to you, and the family don't want to see you. Trust me. They don't even want you to visit them when he's going off for dinner. And this guy is trying hard to tell his family, "Hey, mom, dad, I know she's from a different race, but I love her. You know what I mean? Let's make things work. Let's leave the racism. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna tell your husband or your boyfriend, or how you gonna approach the family, just in case the family comes over to visit that son?
Well, honestly, if it's something I cannot handle for my own mental health, I would just walk out, honestly.
You walk out in
If
a relationship?
Yeah, if it's not a man enough to stand by you and listen to his family all the time, then it's not good for your mental health. Because if you're in that relationship, let's just say you have kids, they will transfer that hate to your kids. It's not just about you anymore. So for my own mental health and for my future kids' safety, I would just take my exit.
Pastor Sosa, what's it?
All right.
So, in the very first place, a family should be void of third-party interference.
Oh, I love this.
A family, that will make you a family. A family is not brother, it's not nephew, it's not cousin. A family is a wife, husband, children. That's a family.
That's considered immediate. When the women say, who is your immediate family, they're only talking about you, your wife, and your kids. That's it, right?
That's it. That's your family right there. All right? All the other people, they are your relative. So a family should be void of third-party interference. Now, I always like to reference the scripture because that's what my strength is. In Genesis chapter 31, when Jacob saw Rachel, he went after Rachel as a wife. He went after her as a girlfriend, or fiancée, that we put it in the generation. He had a love for her. And during those days in Bible day, you have to work for the father-in-law to get your wife.
Right.
The Bible says he worked for 7 years, and a father-in-law lied to him and gave him a little sister on ground. They gave him a big sister rather, on ground that by tradition, the younger sister cannot get married before the big sister. So why didn't you tell me from the beginning? So he worked for another 7 years, and he got both Rachel and Leah, and he was living in his father-in-law house. There was a reason why in Genesis chapter 1, God told Jacob to leave Laban's house. Because you know why? No matter what, we never grow as mature people in the eyes of our parents. They always see you as children. More especially mothers, they don't want to lose that love and that relationship they have with their child, be a male or female. And by the grace of God, the 13th wedding I have conducted, the counseling that did, I always told them, don't live on the roof of your mother and father with your wife and husband. Don't do it. It's detrimental to your marriage. It's detrimental to your relationship. You can be kind to them, keep them distant. You take your independent decision. You grow your family. This African mentality where we think that when the woman married to a man, she married to the entire family. The scripture it doesn't say so, right? That's a family. God, if God wanted for a mother-in-law to interfere, a father-in-law to interfere, he should have brought Adam. He should have made a mother or the father for Adam before he brought Eve. Now, one comedy said on Facebook that the woman that ever enjoyed her marriage, void of in-law interfering, that Eve, because she never had in-law. So we should, while it's true that we are obliged to respect our in-law at the higher peak, but if a woman will allow her mother to influence her decision in your marriage, or the man will allow his mother or father to influence his decision in his marriage, then the two of them are not ready to get married. So I will say clearly on the show tonight, sometimes you might go to them for advice because they are your parents. Oh man, my husband said this, my wife said this, we want to do this. What is your intake? That's the respect you're giving to them. But for them to dictate to you the way you should conduct your family, I mean, I think it's absolutely wrong, and that should not be accepted in this modern generation, because Scripture doesn't support that parents should dictate to a marriage people.
Thank you for your perspective. And anybody want to come in on this before we end this segment tonight? Before we go,
Yeah, I have to say about the 50-50 in a relationship.
Is this Victoria?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. 50-50.
Okay. So
the first thing, do you believe in the 50-50 rule? Yes or no?
the question is hard to answer though. I would say no, and I would say yes.
Okay,
don't care two answer. Don't care two. She can be bluff you.
Yeah, she bluff
you. We only need one. Yes or no?
She can be bluff you.
You wouldn't need one, but if you want to, after you answer that first one, if you want to play a devil advocate or hypothetical, you can.
Okay, I think I will do that. Okay, I think I will go with yes.
So you believe in 50-50?
Honestly, it's not 50-50. It's 100-100. That's my belief.
Okay, go ahead, fire it up.
Okay, so I'm speaking from a marriage perspective, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in a marriage is 100-100. That's my belief.
Okay.
Because you bring your 100%, I bring my 100%. Marriage is a team.
So let me hold you right there, Victoria. Even though you're speaking for 100-100, even though the topic is 50-50, but when you're speaking for 100-100, we still consider it as half-half.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But the reason I say 100-100 is that you bringing your all and I'm bringing my all. That's why I say 100-100.
Yes.
Because where are you leaving the remaining 50 for your side check or where?
You're leaving the remaining 50 for worst case scenario. You can stay dumb.
Okay, so my belief is 100-100 because this is it. When they say 50-50 or 100-100, it's not all about finance.
Yes.
That's what I believe.
There you go. That's why I was preaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I came to the US, even growing up, I've always believed in helping, supporting my relationship. So when I started work, let me speak for experienced people because I listened to a few adults and I asked them that I work with a few elderly and I asked them, how long have you been married? Some of them will say 40, 50 years. I think mostly that probably about 50-50 is from the Liberian community because we feel like, oh, when it comes to finance, the man should be the head. As a team, I don't think we're supposed to count money if we are in a marriage. Because if you're working, your husband working, you working, you guys put your money together. Nobody should be worried about who paying the house rent, who paying the light bill. Have a joint account, put the money there. If that 80% of your check will go into that account, 80 go. Everybody keep that 20% because we female, we love shopping. I don't want to be in that account every second, ordering my hair, ordering my things, and my husband be like, oh, you're using the money too much. So if you put your 80% into an account, there should not be a problem. Oh, who paid the light bill? Who paid the water bill? What I learned is like who handle finance better, they go into that account, settle the bills. And whatever that left, if you want to go on vacation, you'll save up money for that. Take it out of that money after you pay your bills. I don't think there should be a problem on who more of the bills or who paid less. And it's not only about bills, like I said.
All right, so
you have a wife at home.
Yeah. So you have targeted the finance. A good point. And folks, I just want to let our viewers know this is one of the reasons why you see people tune into Ladies Night. When we say Ladies Night and the relationship topic, it's at the end of the day, you see these panelists, they all got different views, and they are all very, very, very good that you can learn from. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and listen to Victoria as she continues to open.
Victor, just Victoria, when you're done, I have a question to ask you.
Okay. So when it comes to the house chores, like raising kids or taking care of the housework, as a man, some men will realize, oh, that's my wife, she's supposed to cook. No, brother, man. Even if your wife is not working, you help out to take care of the kids. Like me and my husband, when I used to work overnight, he work morning shift. I get the kids ready in the morning. At night, he bathe the kids and get them ready for bed. That's 100. Like he helping me at home. It's not only about finance. So if I'm cutting potato greens, My husband is packing it. That's why I say relationship is a team. So both in the house and finance, everybody bring their all and work together as a team.
Wow.
It should not be like, oh, your mom cooking, then you crank your legs. If I finish cooking, honey, my husband helping to wash the dishes and clean the kitchen because we are a team. There is no general rules around here.
So, what when it comes to intimacy? Who initiates?
Oh, Dilati, Papa.
That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother topic right there.
But we, Vidon,
Yeah.
the 50-50 applique carrying it.
Let me tell you, I don't tell
That's
people
a follow-up question.
So
You better
honestly,
follow
you
up
should
question
not
today.
be
Yeah,
worried.
you ready?
Like I always tell people, if you love somebody, if your children love each other, finance is never the problem.
Vivian, I think you not Vivian, but Victoria, I think you made some good points about do you have a question for you? Do you?
Go ahead, Mama.
So my thing is though, we say 50-50 it should be 100-100. But do we realize that the number one thing, there's two things that's very important in the marriage,
Mm-hmm.
because we're basing it on marriage. There's number one thing in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
One, there's I'm sorry, not number one, but there's two. One, communication
Mm-hmm.
takes the trophy. The second one is finance.
Mm-hmm.
Financial thing, because you want to marry a man that is able, suitable to support you. If you're not able, he's able to support you. Finance is very important in the marriage. So my question is, so has you as a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a good job.
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing in more income than the man. Is that 50-50 or is that 100%?
That's why I
Or
say
is it the woman, me as a woman, I'm bringing so much, I'm able to make the decision?
no. That's why I say it's a team. You don't look at finance. You don't look at who bring more or who pay more.
But do you realize that it affects
Can,
the man?
can I make a point to balance this conversation?
Where affect the man in which way?
V and
You
V.
as a woman,
Uh-huh.
you're
Okay, so
bringing in more
let him
money.
come
You
in.
don't think that downplay on the man, even though even though I'm not saying that he's not working, he is working, but you as a woman, you're bringing in the more money than the man. That gonna downplay a man. That not gonna it's that gonna make him feel like I'm not man enough, because what, that woman can stand up to me and say, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm providing, I'm bringing in more money, and you're bringing in little compared to what I'm bringing in.
But let me answer your question though. If a man, your husband will think that way because you make him more, I think that's a jealous spirit though. Because at the end of the day, you saw me, you saw what I can do. We are team. So whether I bring 1 million or you even jobless, it still should not count though. You should not look at, oh, my wife is bringing more, so she's going to disrespect me. And a woman will be disrespectful. She don't even have to make that much. We can still be disrespectful when we're not even bringing nothing to the
The
relationship.
woman don't have to be disrespectful, even if she
I'm just
bring
saying
in a
something
whole lot.
you said,
It's a man's statue that he thinks that a woman is bringing in a whole lot more, and he feel he's not superior at that. He's not superior at all, because what, she's bringing in more money.
then he should find a better job to bring more money than me though. Because I would not have a
Let me
problem.
let
But
me let me
life don't work that way.
But then he should not have
uh
a problem because I'm not complaining.
D and
How
Victoria,
you know
let
them?
me
How you know
can I
you're not
come here a bit?
complaining? It's certain things that the man is doing that you don't accept. If he making decision and you as a woman that you feel in your rightful mind that you're bringing in more money, you should make that decision instead of he making that decision.
Like from which point,
Does he take that stance as being the man of the home?
like spending the money or what? I'm confused.
Be it anything that you decide, you know what, baby. Some women, I'm not saying all women, some women can feel that superior, have that superiority in their mind that, you know what, I'm bringing more money. I should make the decision because I'm bringing in more money.
But I don't think
I'm
we
doing this, and you know what, you should agree to what I'm saying. Even though it's a partnership, as Vinta must say, it's a partnership. But the fact that I'm bringing in more money, I should make that decision. But we all know the man is the household, the man, the one that uphold the home, even though I'm bringing less than you.
Okay. Oh, I got lost in the process. So if
Yeah.
the man,
Uh,
like I, the woman, like I said earlier, I would not have a problem, and I don't expect my husband to have a problem with it. And let's just say vice versa. Why if the man was bringing more and he said, "Oh, I'm the decision maker," you don't have an opinion. You should just put yourself in that man's shoe if he was to be the one making more, and then he said, "Oh, you don't have a voice." So I don't think nobody should honestly think that way. I know some women are like that. Once they started making money, they are like, "Oh, I'm the boss." There is
And
not.
that's why I said finance, money plays a whole lot more in a relation.
It do play
It's a
a key,
major more
but what I'm
plays a
saying
major role in a
is that in the
relationship.
US, yeah, you working,
I
your work
think you guys,
is teamwork.
yeah, Victoria and DJ. Let me say this to you guys and to everybody on the show. We it seems to be that we're trying to fast train the the horse on the market day. And what do I mean is that what first of all brought you guys together as husband and wife? Was it finance? Was it responsibility? That's what the marriage. Look, marriage first of all. I heard my sister talking about finance is very important. Yeah, I do agree. But the most important thing in a relationship is compatibility. And there were many people missed the mark. You saw this lady, she beautiful, fine. You saw the man, he handsome, he got money, fine. But the question there before you got married to him, are you guys compatible? When we talk about compatibility, we're not talking about you being beautiful. We don't talk about what charisma you possess. That's not it. Compatibility is when God made man. I said it from the beginning. He gave man a responsibility. It is the Garden of Eden. Take care of it, trim it. When the woman came in, she came in as a helpmate. No woman, and I always said this to all all the wedding I have conducted, I've said it to people. Are you sure this man is compatible with the ability you have to support his dream and aspiration? Because that's the work of the woman. You came in to be a helpmate. You came in to support. All right. So if you met a man, for example, you should be asking yourself, where is it you are going? What is it? Who are you? What is it you're doing that you want me to come and help you? Because that what you coming to do is going to be your helpmate. So ask him, what is it you're doing? What is it? Where do you want to take us in the next 10, 15 years from now? What is it? What can I help you want from me? That because if you met a man, is a champion drunk and you accepted him, it shouldn't be a problem when you're getting married because you saw him like that. So when all of these factors are considered before you get into a marriage, the issue of finance will not be a problem. They say women are very, technical when it comes to money. But I have seen a couple where the woman just leave money anywhere because she don't care about the money because she know the husband she has. The man to dash money anywhere because he know the woman he has. So first of all, you guys should look at each other and be compatible. All right. If you have a don't care man a don't care boyfriend, right? Let me put it that way. Who goes out, take pay, you don't see a salary before he gets home, the money is gone. You have a woman who goes out, she doesn't come, she doesn't even care how the home is started, or taking care of when you were living together as girlfriend, boyfriend, and you choose to marry and thinking that it will change in the marriage, that's a big mistake. So, first of all, before it become husband and wife, when it was boyfriend and girlfriend or fiancé, what were the red flags? If you saw the red flag, you went into marriage with it, trust me, no matter what you do, you just now taking a risk of the probability of it changing. So every relationship has a red flag or it has a green flag. And the green flag should be the sense of direction for marriage. Marriage should not serve as a condition to change a person in the future. No. You must see a clear green flag before you say, okay, I agree to marry. So if the green flag are there, we'll not be discussing what we discuss about oh, the man bringing 50, or the man bringing 100, the man bringing 10, or the woman bringing 10, because you guys have agreed. What Victoria said, you guys have agreed to be a team, and you're going to move as a team.
I like that. When you say marriage should not serve as a condition to change a person, that's very
Yeah, it
powerful.
should not be yeah.
But Pastor Joseph, I have a question there too. Because when we're talking about red flag before marriage, those are some of the areas that we need to look at. Those are some of the areas that we need to find our compatibility, especially in the areas of finance. And I agree with the finance is very important. I remember in my first marriage, those are things that I never paid attention to. I was only going for, okay, this person has a good heart. This person we look good outside, the appearance. But when it came to finance, those are things I believe we needed to sit down to discuss, because you and I, we have a different viewpoint of money. Okay. I may be a person that when you give me or $2, I can multiply it to $4. And this person that I made, he's a person that when you give him, $2, he wants to go and spend that $2. Okay, so it is important too that we look at the financial area of marriage even before coming to that place. It's not something that we should downplay, because it will have a great effect on us.
Vivi, I agree with you. Vivi, and that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. So my issue here, we're discussing compatibility before marriage, red and green flag before marriage. So, like you already said, first of all, like if you have a partner, these are things you discuss. What is your financial plan? What is your goal? How do you intend to manage your finance in your marriage? They will give you a architectural design of how they intend to manage their finances or your finances.
And what were they even doing before they even came, before we even got in that relationship? The way you handle money before I met you, it will be the same way you will handle money when I'm there. Now,
No. If that man mean well for the relationship, let me tell you this, yeah. I don't have enough time to really, expand in this thing, but that is the essence of relationship. When you get into a relationship, you don't come with all your orientation from your background, that everything will work in your relationship. There are some things you have to adapt to. There are some things you have to let go for the relationship to go on. So, for example, if I'm a man, like I always tell people, I'm a very man. She gone off to go. I'm a less crazy, right? I'm a hardworking man. I know how to look for money. I'm very innovative when it comes to making money. I said I had a money idea run through my mind, but I'm not a good person in managing finances. I don't know how to manage finance. You give me money right now, before you know it gone. So when I come into a relationship, the very first thing I do is that I tell you, hey, look, I can bring you on the table, I can do it, but I don't know how to manage it. So the question now is that this woman, does she have the ability to manage money? If she does not, and I want to take her into my home, two wasteful individuals coming together as husband and wife, you think what the home will become? They will fight every day for money because you need to go spend it. All right? So at that point, the man will take that wasteful attitude, and your strength will come in because you are a good manager to cover that wasteful attitude. That's his weakness. To cover that weakness. Then when you come in as a help me, you help a weakness to become a strength. All right? And it's vice versa. All right? Let me say the one day we're driving to work. I thought we were still at TPR. When the COVID came, you can money just want to call the first is that stimulus check, right? That was stimulus check, right? I had to call it, right? For COVID. They have get it in my mail. What to work. When the stimulus check hit the mail with my account. When he called home, she had passed through AliExpress. She had passed through eBay. She had passed through Amazon. And the one I left in the account was less than $200. All right? He got mad. He be like, they gave her this money to buy food and put in the home. You know how long COVID will stay? The case I hear, you do that. She said she had a low need in COVID. She want low need in the midst of COVID. So I'm saying this to say to you, we first of all, Vivi, the red and yellow, the red and green flag has to be seen clearly, and the red flag has to be fixed to be a green flag before we proceed to marriage.
And I agree with you on that. I agree with you. I think a
You
lot
have
of
to.
yeah, I think a lot of believers we we don't pay attention to those areas before we get into marriage. We only pay attention to the spiritual aspect. Okay, that still plays into what you're being equally yoked. The way we view money, our vision for money. That's the only way we'll go forward, because the Bible wants us to have abundance in every areas of our lives. So if we're struggling financially, our marriage is going to struggle financially, and that will put pressure on us. I agree with whatever you're saying. I just feel like believers, we should not, before we go into,
We spiritualize everything
we
about
should not
marriage to a
spiritualize a
degree
lot of things.
to the
Those
point that
areas
we
are very
forget about those physical
important.
aspect that need to be righted.
Mhm. Yeah.
My last wedding, I conducted before I came to the state. I called the couple. I said, "How much you got for what is your wedding budget?" You know, and they be like, "Oh, we got 6,000. How much US dollar yet?" Physically, your own money here. They want people to help you with. So their wedding came around like 7,000, 8,000. So the question I asked there, I said, after they marry, after the wedding, where is the sustainability plan for the next 1 year? And guess what? Those two people were emptying their account to get married. And I told them I can't officiate the wedding.
Yeah.
They said, what? I said, call that budget by 30%. Put that 30% back in your city. They said, why? I said, because when you get married, look, money is a lubricant in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It lubricates. I can get my woman angry.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how I talk, I just need to take us somewhere there, do some relationship, rubber by everything settled.
Yeah.
Money plays a major role. So when people play with finances in marriage, I just say that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you hear there's something called the marital security.
Mm-hmm.
Finance is one major security in the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
If it was never a security in the girlfriend and boyfriend relationship, you can never make a security in marriage. It has to be first before it go to marriage.
Yeah.
For a man to need that and take that risk, will you? And the woman say yes, brother.
It has to be done.
That is why.
Yeah.
I said, look, if you don't, next time when you come here, I will come earlier and I will do a couple of, for long, I start doing, marriage and what have you. I on teaching and come and help people on this land. Because you know what? You see people who go to bank to take loan to get married. Are you serious? You're married, you make your marriage a collateral to a bank
before you already even start a marriage.
You muted, Victor.
We will later on have that discussion where people get married and they in a whole lot of debt.
Yeah.
They are in the debt until because of the debt and the worry, it damaged the whole relationship.
Yeah.
They might bring it back.
It damaged the whole relationship. Because the man is worrying and the woman is worrying and they're arguing who's gonna pay who there. I told you to not go to the bank. I told you to not charge the people. I told you to not take this. So right now the question is relationship and marriage, is it commercialized now or is it really, really or something that God put together? It's like that, we will save that for another time. But
I think that's a great discussion.
Yeah, I gotta go. We have to end the segment. Thank you, Vivian, for introducing us.
Thank you, Pastor Success. It was nice meeting you, even though you came on late.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you,
Pastor Success.
This is the first night being on, and I'm glad I'm being on.
She just joined the panel. Yeah, Pastor Success will be coming on Sunday, starting from January. He will be doing some biblical teaching on current situation every Sunday. Yeah, but because he will be switching from the political panel, moving to the religious panel, and the ladies next panel.
Where our man, I call it
Malcolm
to them, my man.
I gave him the link, but because he saw the ladies then hammering me, he said, "No, I'm not going to join them." Yeah, but thank you.
You should not be afraid about lady hammering. I think this show is even more important than that about our how do you call it, political spotlight. You know
Yeah.
why? And let it be my party comment. A bad society is a result of bad family. When you have a community that have good family, you have a good community. You have good children being brought up. You have a good and a decent, and when you have a good community, you have a good nation, right? The reason Liberia look the way it look, there are a lot of oh God, there are a lot of bad family in our country. You saw the one that happened 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I'm not yesterday. The woman said she married to the man, and the man will get married to another woman, and the pastor said this wedding will go on. And I mean, so there where we are, you know, and like what I noticed from this side of the world in the United States, our sisters and our brother here, the way they treat marriage is just completely different. But however, again, we will meet again on next Wednesday. And at that time, we'll have the time to come on area to Popan and Upan and without Blovier.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Sosa. I really appreciate
Okay,
it.
bye, guys.
Thank you for your info, Victoria. Thank you for your info, Victoria. You have any parting comment? Vicky? All right. So thank you, Vivian. I will see you guys next week.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. So, audience, thank you very much here. It was a very good, informative discussion here. Like I always tell you guys, you know, we have different segments, different shows throughout the week, and ladies and I have always been our highest rating show, more anticipated and engaged segment. Ladies and comes on every Wednesday at 9 p.m. to 11. Sometimes we go after 11 a little bit based on the participation you see here. And sometimes ladies and ready to be busy. This is not the first time you hear about a lot of ladies not being busy yet. So Wednesday, if you want to be a panelist, let us know. You know, we're just going to set a few rules and regulations. You agree to it? Yeah. If you want to be just a guest to come on whenever we are on, that's fine. You are welcome to come and opine. We do not attack anybody personal. If you want to use yourself as personal reference, that you can do that, but we generalize and stuff. But yeah, but thank you very much, guys. And you know, we will see you guys next Wednesday, every Wednesday. You know, take care and you know, extend our salutation to your family, and you have a happy holiday. You know, Merry Christmas, and just enjoy. Yeah, give the kids hugs, presents, and keep smiling more often. Thank you, guys.